Hello, I'm Richard Vobes, a bald explorer out on another walk, and this time I'm in Laughton in East Sussex, and I'm down here by All Saints Church, and joining me, I just come around this side, is the very lovely Cynthia Julian.
Hello everybody.
Or as I like to call her, Miss Fix-It.
Me.
We've just been filming actually, and you may have seen it in a previous video, with very lovely
Eric Wilkins.
Yeah. Of a certain age, who grew up during the war in this very village.
He did.
And that was fantastic.
In the cottages right opposite the church here.
Yeah. So if you haven't seen that one, do check that out. But we are going to take a little stroll.
Yeah, a mystery stroll here.
Which should be quite interesting. At the back of the church, we have a gate here.
Wealden Way, I think it's called.
Oh yes, there we are. Wealden Walks, in actual fact. Sorry, too correct.
Open the gate.
Yeah. I always get my helpers to open the gate. And we'll take a little stroll down here because we've not been in East Sussex very much, and so it's nice to give East Sussex a good bit of representation.
Yes.
It's very beautiful, and it seems from observation, I don't know how true this is, but it seems from observation that it's not as built up with these new builds in the country.
No, we were just saying that the villages seem to be a bit more contained, aren't they, Richard?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not quite so spread out as we're getting.
No, it's very hard to believe that it is October as we walk down this path in beautiful warm sunshine.
Beautiful.
We've got some hazel hedgerows here, which looking very splendid, and not much in the way of the colour changes yet, but I guess by November it certainly will.
Angling pond here.
Oh yeah, here we go. Let's have a poke our nose.
Seafood angling club.
Private water, but
Keep out.
nevertheless the Vobe is poking his microphone and camera, and why not?
And why not? Lots
It's
of
very
fun
nice.
guys, isn't
Nobody
it?
seems to be actually angling to get in there,
No.
so we'll go through. Now this goes through what, a nice little copse?
I believe so, yeah, and comes up to some more open fields, but I've never been right the way through, so
No,
don't know where we're going.
no, neither do I. Lovely little wooden bridge. There we are. Get that wonderful sound. And if I turn the camera around, you can see it's a tiny little, what would you call that, a brook? Stream?
Yeah, I think so, just a little brook.
Overgrown. And then, this is very beautiful.
It is actually, isn't it?
Lovely, looks like oak here. Oak trees, somebody walking their dog. Coming back, I think that's the chap we saw earlier before we started filming.
His puppy.
It is, a year-old puppy. We learnt that off camera.
Yeah.
As you do.
Ship poo.
Yes.
Which is a very unfortunate name, but
It is
apparently a legitimate one.
A legitimate breed of
Yeah.
cross mixture of
Shih Tzu and
dog,
poodle.
which is all good fun. And yeah.
He's roaring to meet us there.
Hello, there he is. Look. Oh, hello. Nice to see you. How are you?
Overly excited as ever.
Oh, how
That's
beautiful!
the way she is.
How
I'll
beautiful!
get one of those.
So was this birch? This looks like a
Oh.
birch, or is it cherry?
I think it's a cherry.
I think you're right. Actually, look at that. We can.
Sure it is.
Yeah,
It's
'cause
almost black, isn't it?
it's almost black, and you can just see the bark, which is those sort of zebra stripes, which are the telltale sign of a cherry, a wild cherry. But look at that, the way it's been almost eaten. Most peculiar.
It's quite architectural.
They're like monuments, aren't they? In
Yeah,
this
they are.
copse, and just all situated here, as if birds had been feasting and dropped their
Quite like
deposits. And here's a young one,
Yes, it does. In its fullness of time, will end up.
amazingly
being
tall though, because
Don't
often you
fall
see
down
them
the
and they're
pond.
not terribly. They're not terribly tall, but I guess they do grow.
Yeah, going up for light.
They're going up for light. That's it.
Yeah.
Let's crack on a little bit more in our little investigation here.
Yeah, but I haven't got a clue where this is going to end up.
There's a beech tree on my left, I've just spotted. A nice little country walk and very unpopulated. So a haven for people who live this area because there's not too many of the public.
There's hardly
Look at
seen
the way
anyone,
this
have there?
branch here, look at the way it sweeps.
Yeah,
It
I'll
sweeps
turn that
out.
up again.
Yeah, to get to the light.
Yeah.
That's quite incredible.
utterly determined, aren't they?
Yeah, and yet that determination happened over time.
Oh yes.
You know,
yes.
it's not like it just
No.
suddenly went, oh, do you know, there's a spot there, I'll nip
Don't go
up.
for that one. No,
It's
no,
a
no,
sort
no,
of 30 year,
And everything around it's growing too.
yeah,
Yeah.
30-year battle to get to the light before something else does. This is very beautiful though.
I suppose there's probably a network here, isn't there, of paths that go all the way around this area on this Wealden Walk.
Yeah, so I'm guessing this is part of the Wilden Clay, where
Yes.
bits of it would have been used for getting iron and stuff out
Yeah, and I also read somewhere about Laughton that they had 3 or 4 brickworks here.
Ah, but
They're
the
quite
clay.
well known for their brickworks, yeah.
Yes, Wilden.
And carried on to the 30s or something with a brickwork here, so obviously utilising what they had.
And presumably
It's daylight.
brickworks you need fire, and of course you'd need charcoal to
You would, yeah.
heat the clay to make the fire.
Yeah,
So no doubt there was a lot of charcoal burning
burning around this
and
area.
production. So that's again why wood was so important.
It is. I think there is a fair bit of woodland around here.
We are very lucky, I think, in Sussex with the
We
amount of
are.
woodland that we have.
Yeah.
Even though there is a national shortage of woodland.
And I know that ancient woodlands aren't being maintained and stuff like that, but I think there's still a fair bit here that we need to hang on to.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
think that's the trick. We don't want to lose any more.
No, and I mean this looks like perhaps at one time it was marketable wood with all
Yeah, and it
these.
was probably bigger, Richard, do you think? I mean, it's now reduced to this sort of strip,
But these trees have not been
no, they're not.
not been felled or
No.
managed for
Not
years,
at
and they've
all.
just been left now
Yeah,
to what it is. Well, I have to say, as an autumn walk,
it was
gentle walk,
quite warm, isn't it? Yeah,
it's beautiful.
yeah, lovely.
See the autumn leaves. There's plenty of leaves on the floor, and here we go. This is a horse chestnut, and of course they've got that
They've got
canker,
that funny thing, yeah.
and that's blighted them. So they've already turned well in advance of everything else.
They brown off like this, but it doesn't ever seem to hurt the tree,
No,
which is fortunate.
I don't know how long we've had this canker, because it's.
Quite a few years now.
Oh, have
really.
we?
I think we have.
I've not
I think
noticed it. I
work.
think only because I've
But
only this year taken an interest in trees.
true, and it's not as devastating as that virus that's in the ash trees, of which we're
Oh,
losing such a
dieback,
huge
yeah.
amount. Yeah.
Now, Cynthia, we come to a stumbling block here, because we have in this tree
Oh, look, we have
quite a lot of cows.
Looks like a mixed beef herd. Looks like we've got a bit of Sussex cattle going on here.
Oh, is that what it is?
The red ones, yeah.
Yeah. Well, this is where
It was nice, wasn't it?
our walk draws swiftly to a close, ladies and gentlemen.
We're just going to take a picture of the cattle from afar.
Yes, I should get my long lens out and take some photos.
It's
But
a nice view of the downs, though.
oh yes,
It's a nice view of the
very lovely. You know, I was ready for a 6-mile hike. However, we have encountered some cows, and cows and me don't mix terribly well.
No. Oh, and they're coming over, look.
Oh, good.
Yep,
Yep.
I knew.
They're charging. So on that note,
It
ladies
was
and gentlemen,
more of an amble.
thank you so much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed our East Sussex walk at Laughton. And if you don't see from me or Cynthia again, it's because we've been trampled to
We're
death.
still here.
Yeah, admiring the cows.
Yeah, we are.
Take care and thank you for watching. Until the next time, bye for now. Deep breath.